Hello, everybody. Catherine, can you speak, please?
Yes, I can speak.
Because I've been using my Zoom for other purposes today.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nice to see you, Catherine. How are you
I'm
today?
okay.
You look beautiful tonight. What's going on? Who is this? Who's this lady?
I rushed, so I'm probably a little bit sweaty. Maybe that's what does it.
I was going to dress up a little bit smarter, and then I just got such a shit headache. I thought, you know what? Sorry, guys. You're going to. I'm not feeling great today. I'm feeling a lot worse. There's echo. Why is there echo?
Mm.
Why there is there echo for everybody, or is it just for our accountant? And is the echo on my voice, or is it on Catherine's voice?
Please tell us.
Um, you say something, Catherine.
Hello, hello, Harsh. Are you reading me over? Are you double reading me over?
Okay, let's wait now. No echo here, says Chris. Are you calling my accountant a liar? Harsh is saying there's echo on both. It's your fault, Harsh. It's your fault. You got something open that shouldn't be open. And I suggest right now, it's your mouth. Shut it. Look on your computer.
Harsh, do some sums, man. You've got two things open.
Subtract one. There we go. So there's no echo. So I've got a game that we could
Oh,
play.
I'm going bright and then dark. I must dim something. Let me hang on.
Oh man, I've just done I think episode 4 of season 2 of The Boys. Holy shit.
Are you loving it?
Holy shit, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I want to have a weekly support group for fans of The Boys, and we just talk about Homelander. Holy shit, it's so good. You let us know when you've sorted it out, Harsh. So I've come up with a game. I'm
Oh,
going to listen to a song and I'm going to sing along with it, but you won't hear me, and you won't hear the song, and you have to try and guess
yeah.
what is the song I'm singing, right? So
Okay.
just going to take the shot away from you for a second because I don't want anyone to see my Spotify. And I'm just going to, this isn't the song, but I just want to set it up so that I can, so I'm going to play Levitating by Dua Lipa. All right. I'm setting it up so that you guys cannot hear it. Oh shit. I shouldn't have done that. That's buggered everything up. So that you can't hear it, but I can hear it, right? So what I want to do, and I need to turn down my microphone. So that should go there. Right. So could anyone hear that music?
No, I
They
couldn't.
wouldn't have been able to hear you, Catherine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chat, and you're going to type in the chat what you think the song is. Okay, that I'm going to be singing. It's not anything by Dua Lipa,
Should I
right?
have the chat open as well to see or what?
Well, you can do it in the chat in the Zoom if you want, or you can do it in the chat in the YouTube.
I'm gonna go on the YouTube. I need to see to find us.
Harsh had me open twice. It's not the first
What?
time. It's not the first time, Harsh.
Flipping it, man. I
Right.
need to send you some. That reminds me, I need to send you some receipts.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, okay. So tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready to play, and I will mute you, Catherine. You ready?
No.
Okay. Well, okay. This is a fun game, and this game comes from a thing. This game comes from a thing that we're going to talk about.
Okay. Okay.
You get your first person. So you can guess in the YouTube chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First person to guess is is the winner. I guess is the winner. So I need to do this, and I need to mute me. So I'm going to say goodbye. You're not going to hear Catherine. You're not going to hear me. You're going to see me miming to a song. Okay. And what I'll do is might start miming the instruments, and then if you haven't got it from the instruments, I'm going to come in with the words. Okay. Are you ready? This is going to be a fun game, right? Literally made this up. I was setting this up. Okay. So I'm saying goodbye to you. Right, none of you have got it from that. None of you have got it from that.
Was there like, oh, the winds are falling? Was that a lyric?
Stop saying I have my beans, everyone, because that's not that. Now, Dave says, "On Our Own" by Bobby Gentry. Now, have you got the song title wrong, Dave? Have you got the song title wrong and the artist wrong?
Not fancy.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. It's Bobby Gentry is not the right person. It's pretty darn close.
Oh, is it Crystal Gale?
No.
Is it Bells a Singer?
Do you want? We're in the right section of the record store.
Right.
We're in the right section of the record store. It's not Licky Boom Boom Down. It's not Total Eclipse of the Heart. Catherine and Dave, you are in the right section of the record store. Would you like a little bit more of this song?
Is it Ode to Billy Joe?
We've just had the chorus. Would you like another?
Is it Son of a Preacher Man?
No, you're being a twat now, so I'm going to mute Catherine, which is one of my favourite things to. I can still hear you, Catherine, but they can't. We're going to carry on. We've just had a big chorus. I'm going to jump forward, and I'll give you the finger when we get to the chorus. Okay? Right. People are getting close. People are getting close. So Owen has said Coolidge. It's Coolidge. It's Coolidge. Someone said, oh, the window. Owen is right. He said the window and he said Coolidge. It's all there. It's all there. What's the song? Oh, come on, guys. Really? Do I have to do this?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here's the song. Can you hear that, Catherine?
No.
Oh, okay, right. Ah, oh, dearie me. Good song. Good song. Owen got it. Share sound, zoom screen, make it bigger still. Here we go. This was it.
We're all alone. Close the window, calm the light, and it will be alright. No need to bother now.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have found that ever.
Well, Owen got it. Owen straight in there. Dave was close. With the Close the Window song. All right.
Close the window.
Right. Come the light. Right, we'll do another one, shall we?
What, me?
I don't know if you have the... yeah, you.
I could turn my mic off and I can
Turn
do it
your
on my
mic
phone.
off. All right, here we go. This is the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Owen. That's one to you, nil to everyone else. You don't like this game, Dave?
I know exactly
shit.
which one I'm going to do.
All right.
exactly which one I'm going to do. All right.
Mute your mic, baby.
I will in a sec. Hang on. I'm just going to find it.
Alistair
right.
doesn't. You don't know that song. Hang on a second. You don't know this.
Let it out, let it all begin.
Love it.
And if you look at my screen, you'll see I've done that thing, and this is where it comes from, of lining up all the different versions of We're All Alone. They're all lined up because that's the kind of mood I was in before the show.
I'm ready. You ready?
Okay, hang on. I'm not ready. I need to Do that. There we go. I'm ready. Catherine, over to you. Here we go. Shut up, Dave. Here we go. Okay. It's quite nice, this muted, Catherine. I quite enjoy it. Here we go. She's in. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's skanky. Look at that. It's dirty, funky. She's in. What we got? Long intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Robert Palmer. Trying to spotlight the video, but I'm unable to do that. What have we got? Cher, Shut Up Your Face, Robert Palmer. Addicted to Love. You're addicted to love. Baby, let's go. She's saying, baby, let's go. Madonna, Borderline. Is it Borderline?
To understand, understand.
Hughesy! Hughesy got it. Well done, Hughesy.
All right.
Hughesy got it.
Well done, Hughesy.
All right, should we do one more each?
Yeah.
And then maybe what we'll do is, if you want to come in and do this, we'll open up the Zoom because this is actually quite fun. All right. Let me think of something then. Let me think of something that people will know. Oh, I've got some great songs on here. All right. Okay. All right. I know exactly what I'm going to do. This is going to be an easy one, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be an easy one. Everyone is going to get this straight away. Okay, Catherine, you are now muted. I am now muted. Inside the fire, it was always burning in the world. You wouldn't have heard that. Catherine said it. Catherine, I'm afraid it doesn't count for you though, mate, because you have to put it into the chat.
Oh,
you had to put it into the
buggeration.
chat. So buggeration's there. So that's. I'm going to give that point to Owen again. So it's 2 to Owen, 1 to Mick, 0 to Catherine. You're going to do one more for us, and then we'll open
Yeah.
up the Zoom if anyone else wants to take part. This is what we've got. 69 viewers, guys. Ding 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 ding. This is what the internet was invented for.
All right. Let me.
You gotta type it in the chat if you're playing along at home. Gotta play. It was We Didn't Start the Fire by
All right,
Billy
hang on.
Joel. You may have noticed I didn't actually know the words, but I knew the rhythm.
I saw something television. I saw that Marilyn Monroe.
Hey.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, here we go. I wonder how I want to spotlight you. How do I spotlight you? Mute, stop video, make host. I wonder, why can't I spotlight this young lady? I want to spotlight her. View.
All right, I got it. I'm turning my mic off.
Hang on a second. Speaker. All right. Okay, I just need to change a little thing here. Screen bottom left, screen bottom right. There we go. Catherine It's over to you whenever you are ready. Oh, it's... Yeah, okay. Oh, it's an arm waver, guys. It's an arm waver. Jen, it could be Shania Twain this time. You don't know. It's an arm waver. Here we go. Life away. Oh, my lover's coming down. You, boy. Oh no, it's got an oh no in it, guys. Oh no. Sweet Caroline, no. Agadoo. Shut up, Barry. Stevie Nicks vibes there, you're right. Okay. Oh, it's got an oh no at the end of the verse. There's an oh no. What has got an end? Something inside so strong. Labi Sifri. There ain't no pleasing you. Yay! Andrea!
Wanna do it. You have me where you wanna be.
Andrea! Right, let's do one more each.
Blue
Let's do one more each because this is just too much fun. Well done, Andrea. So it's one to you and one to Mick, one to Andrea, one to Catherine. We will give that one to Catherine. Okay, let me... What a game, right?
Yeah.
What a game. Let's go here. Let's see what pops up here. Okay. This one has just popped up at random, but I like this. I can do this. So I say goodbye to Catherine. Catherine, you've got to type in the YouTube chat, all right? You. Well done, Richard. Well done, Richard.
What is it?
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want.
Oh.
Well done, Richard. That was
All
an
right.
easy one.
I know what I'm doing now.
Roger says the podcast listeners are going to love this. Richard saw losing control. I think that was about 20 minutes ago. Right, last one's from us. Then we're going to open up the Zoom. If anyone else wants to play, you don't have to. But this feels like a fun way to start the show. So, Catherine, over to you. Well done, Richard. Hello, Mandy. You're joining us at a very fun time. We're playing Guess the Song. Oh, you going?
No. Advert.
That's an advert. Okay. She's on YouTube. I'm on Spotify. Although I've cancelled my Spotify. Here we go. Kate Bush. Oh. Look at that face. Oh. Madonna, no. Cher. Barry, shut up. It's not Funky Moped. Get on my nerves tonight, Barry. Long intro, so it's old. It's an old song. Humming. There's humming. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Mister. Eyes full of face to you. Mr. Eyes full of face to you. Big spender. Shakira. Don't leave me this way, says my sister. Baby. Don't leave me this way. Baby. I got the word baby. What does she mean? Do you want me to turn...
Andrea?
Oh, yes, sir, you can boogie. Yes, sir. I can boogie. All the time. Andrea, is that the second one you've got? She got one earlier, right?
Yeah, I think she must be an expert lip readerist.
One more each. This is too much fun. One more each. Then, okay. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, hang on. Let's see what we got here. Okay, all right, I got one. So, Catherine is going mute. I am going... Sweet dreams till moonbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave your worries behind you. Who got that? Who got that? Someone got that. Euroborough got that. Euroborough's Messiah got that. Well done. Oh, no. Mark said it first. Mark, I'm so sorry. Mark C. I didn't see that. Mark C. Got it first. Oh, God. Jen owns the mamas and the papas. Jen, you can charge me for that. Please send in an invoice. Finally. It all starts to link up. Right. This is the last one from us. And then we'll open Zoom and you can come in and play, or you don't have to play, whatever. But this is too much fun. Right. Catherine, I want to make you...
Advert, hang on.
Okay, let me make you bigger still. There we go. So you're the speaker. I'm going to go bottom right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus, she's working the shit out of this. Dum, dum, dum. Want you to love me, whatever. Oh, what's up in the sky? What's up in the sky? Oh, want you. I want you for. I touched myself. Yeah, that's my sister! Oh, Jesus Christ. No, that's horrible. No. Right, that never happened. That was my sister that got that. Everyone got that. Richard came in, Andrea came in, but my sister got it first. Okay, well,
I thought that was a confession. I didn't realise that was the name of the song. But okay, guys.
Right,
okay, guys.
You don't have to come in and play this, but here's the link if you do want to come in and join us just for a chat or just have a little plays with that. There is the link. You're very welcome to come in and have a little go at that. Yeah, well, that was fun, right? That was a fun thing.
Catherine bringing down the tone again.
I'm so happy I managed to beat Andrea B. Look at that. And yes, if you are listening to the podcast, well, I want, if you guessed any, then please do let us know. That will be an interesting thing. When I say us, I mean, the next person you see. Now, Dave Dogface sent me an interesting text.
Yeah.
I've got no idea why he sent me this, but I'm glad he did. He sent me, first of all, he sent a text saying thanks for something I'd sent him. Then he said, oh, by the way, and there's a screenshot. This list of celebs and their former selves from Have I Been Here Before is hilarious. Annika Rice admitted she made up a load of crap because she needed the cash. David Seaman was Richard the Lionheart. Now, have you heard, Catherine, of
Regression?
Sorry?
About regression?
No, we all know what regression is. Have you heard of this show, Have I Been Here Before?
No.
Right, well, let's get this list up of celebs on the screen. Hang on a second. Let's get this list up here. Have I been here before? Holy shit. Okay, well, this is real. This is real, so I need to do...
Was it a show?
It looks like it was a show, so we're going to do a little share screen. Here. Zoom. Oh. Let's make you a bit bigger still.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Have I Been Here Before is an I don't know this. Is an ITV daytime programme presented by Philip Schofield.
Okay, this will have been while we were both gainfully employed then.
The programme offers celebrity guests the chance if they've lived before. Celebrities are regressed by experienced therapist Andrea Fawkes. And in the process, they often reveal some deeply intimate thoughts about their current lives. Jules Hudson, a qualified historian and archaeologist, investigates the historical accuracy of the regression to establish any credibility for the past life recounted.
Sure
Philip Schofield then reveals the results of the investigation to the celebrity and discusses any effects they feel the experience had on their life. This is 2005 and 2007.
Gosh, and yet it sounds so old-fashioned.
So here we go. Neil Fox, that's Dr. Fox, was a lute-playing carpenter. Annika Rice was a 16-year-old stowaway. I tell you what, here's what we'll do. No, we won't. I was going to say, guess who it is. So Jane McDonald, Catherine, what do you think she might have been? I don't know if you can see it well enough.
A dancer in an
Arabian palace.
Oh well, very sarongs. You see, she can't get away from them.
Linda Lusardi was a 14th century peasant. Lisa Anson, an Italian monk. Jonathan Coleman, he died, didn't he, Jonathan Coleman?
Yes, John O'Coleman, yeah.
An 18th century sailor. Jenny Bond. Now, Jenny Bond was a strange phenomenon.
Royal correspondent who did that thing that Witchell's done, in which they kind of become so posh themselves that they're virtually royalty.
She became... Witchell is still quite bland and faceless, though.
Yes, although, as we know, the king doesn't like him.
But was it grovelling bastard or something?
I despise that man or something, wasn't it?
But Bond became the story, didn't she? With her sort of mauve leather coat is how I seem to remember. Anyway, she was an 18th century destitute girl.
Oh.
Pasquale was a soldier in World War One. Nicola Wheeler. Who's Nicola Wheeler? TV presenter, I think, isn't she? She was a soldier in 1804. Toya Wilcox was an anchoress. You're a bit of an anchoress, Catherine.
Rude.
In 15th century Holland.
What does that mean? What is an anchoress? Someone who makes anchors?
Withdraws from secular society to lead a prayer-based life. Okay. So what we're calling Mad Ken, which is not politically correct, but he's an arsehole. Homophobic, extreme right-wing, Holy Ken, that's the name, isn't it? Has been spotted in a lot of the footage.
Yeah, saw that.
But then I saw one where it's him holding up a sign saying we're all fucking fucked or something.
No,
that's not exactly. That's been put on. Someone sent it to me and said, "Is this Holy Ken?"
He would never befoul his mouth with the words of the devil.
It is Holy Ken, but that picture is faked. That's a fake picture.
Yeah, it's something like "Repent, Jesus knows" or something.
Yeah. Cheryl Baker, 19th century carpenter. Anne Maurice, a centurion. Melinda Messenger. Oh, poor old Melinda Messenger. She was a weeping old woman.
Oh, we'll all be that.
Anne Charleston. Is she in Neighbours? She
yes.
Madge?
Yes.
Well, she was a poor Irish farm girl. Colleen Nolan was a nervous 16-year-old debutante. Sarah Green,
I can't imagine that was ever true.
Sarah Green, a young girl forced into slave labour. Barry from EastEnders, a knight. Denise Welch, a bullshitter. Oh, sorry, a farm girl living in Devon.
Right.
Tina Baker.
Yes.
She is a sweary actress. Yes, she was so bad. An elegant Victorian woman, Suzanne Shaw, a frail girl living in the shadow of her sister.
Gosh.
Okay, and it goes. John Barrowman was a 19th century circus clown. Gaynor Faye. Oh, I know Gaynor Faye. A woman from a wealthy family and couldn't marry the man that she truly loved. Eddie Large was an 18th century Jacobite named Jock Campbell.
Of course he was.
David Seaman, a 28-year-old who lived in a castle in Windsor. That's probably Windsor Castle, I would imagine.
I'll guess, yeah.
And was apparently Richard the Lionheart. Adele Silva.
Well, that's bullshit because Richard the Lionheart didn't like living in England and spent a lot of his time abroad, didn't he?
Adele Silva was a 6-year-old male orphan.
Orphan?
Orphan. An orphan.
An orphan?
Sally James, a 9-year-old boy named Joe who lived with his parents in a back-to-back house. Kerry Katona. Sarah, who was 17 with twin brothers William and John, who were both 5. And Catherine Jenkins ran a vegetable farm with her husband. What a load of bullshit.
Oh, they did. All of them, sure.
Well, let's have a look at Andrea Fultz's website. So she's the one that did the regression. Soul Freedom Therapy, Intuitive Soul Whisperer.
She can whisper into our souls.
Yeah, Catherine's arsehole doesn't whisper, it shouts out loudly.
What?
What a terrible thing
That's
to
a rude thing to
That
say.
is a rude thing to say.
That's a rude thing to say and not true.
Okay, well, good. Here we go.
Daniel, hit live, my dear.
Daniel. And Dave, yes, Dave, here we go.
YouTube friends, it's Andrea Fax here. I think this is now my 3rd clip talking about past life regression, evolving consciousness. And for those who probably don't know who or what I did in the UK, I was very lucky. I ended up on a TV show.
Well, good for her. Listen, I don't want to put her down. I don't want to be rude about her. Personally, I think this is all bullshit. Sophie says, I think she had a really squeaky voice. Yes, she did. Personally, I think this is bullshit. But
something I have found is that a lot of the people who do this stuff really believe that what they're doing is real.
Yeah.
I will leave the rest with you.
I believe Annika. Dave says Annika Rice said they got paid for the regression, and if it was interesting enough, they got cash for the interview with Phil. Oh, I see.
Right.
Oh, I see. That's how it works. Should we have a look, see if we can find it? Hang on a minute. Let's go back here. What I need to then do is I need to go to YouTube. What was it called? Sorry, I forgot the name. What was it? What was it, Dave? What was it called? I can't remember. I've just looked at it and I can't bloody remember.
Who did I think I was?
Who? Dave, what was... I've got it here somewhere. My memory is so short. How come 3 Napoleons turn up? Yeah, Napoleon's a big one. Have I been here before? That's it. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for sending us this.
Well, there was more than one Napoleon, so... Of course.
By the way, if you got clips or shows or things you want to that we might like, if you email them latenightalternative@gmail.com, then we will do our best to check them out. We'll check some of them out. Oh, hang on a minute. Zoom screen. That's what we want. Okay, so Sarah...
My kids think it's hilarious that Sam Smith's singing about the Body Shop all of a sudden. Like, it's about time. Lush have been taking all the attention, haven't they, all this time?
What on earth are you talking about?
Daddy's getting hot at the Body Shop. He likes some body butters.
I see you're waiting, Alistair. Can I leave it for... Can you come back in a bit? Because it's tricky for me to do the split screen with 3 people. So we're going to watch a bit of this. We're going to watch Jane McDonald. You can hear that, right, Catherine?
Yes.
Oh!
Everything you're about
spooky.
to see could
Spooky
be
scope.
true.
That's a good look. Black, white.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Yes.
Everything you're about to see could be true, or it could be bullshit.
Yeah.
You should get Clinton to do some of this shit.
A regression.
Yeah, or to just watch this crap.
Everything you're about to see could be true.
I mean, what an opening. Everything you're about to see could
be true.
Oh, can I show you what I got sent from Jack FM today? And I showed this to the boys, and the boys, their minds were blown. It's very lovely of them, right? In case of emergency, break glass. And it's full of chocolate bars, right?
Nice.
And I showed it to the boys, and they're like, "What?" I said, "Yeah. It's like an emergency sweetie pack." I was like, "Oh, can we break the glass?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can break the glass. I'll save it for you." So I thought that was very nice. Right. Anyway,
That was sweet of them.
what you're about to see could be true.
Or it could be the figment of our celebrity's imagination.
That's a polite way of saying bullshit.
What's that? Have you seen that sketch? I don't really remember much about not the 9 o'clock news, but
I don't
there was
hear
one
any male voice.
All right, Steve, not today, mate. Okay, is this it? Hang on a minute. I want to check this is the right thing. I don't know if, hang on. Hold the line, please, caller. Hold the line, please, caller. Oh no. Okay, well, this isn't quite how I remember it going, but
Go on.
Camera. I said, sure. They went off and shot it with the direction. It came back. And it was absolutely brilliant.
the next
way
one.
of doing this.
This is the opening to that. That's what this Philip Schofield thing feels like. He's going to do something like that. Onwards.
It all depends on whether you believe.
Well, no,
No, it doesn't.
truth and lies do not depend on who if you believe, right? It does not depend on if you. No, that's not what truth is. Anyway, he's about to walk into a space door.
Or is he? He's not.
Have we all been here before?
No.
No, I
past
think
li-
that's the height of a narcissism to think that we're important enough as parts of the universe to be respun. Bullshit. Next.
If they offered me this, I'd present this shit.
Yeah, so would I.
Oh, I'd
definitely.
totally present this whole shit.
If we've been here before, who were we? Many people believe that under deep relaxation, they've
Who's that? Bobby Crush? Who's that supposed
No,
to be?
it's Barry from EastEnders.
Oh, it's Barry. There's Cheryl. There's
Yeah,
Jenny.
Jenny Bond.
recalled vivid and detailed memories of past lives. The question is it true?
Fucking
Nah.
John O'Coleman with a brush on his head. Jesus.
Some people believe that past life regression is a way of exploring the idea that we've all been here before. We'll be taking our celebrity into their
Oh, he's leaning on there. That is a big move. He's leaning.
Swagger.
using
Some
a
swagger
form of
going on.
hypnosis. The often startling revelations will be put to the test as our history detective follows the clues, looking for solid evidence.
I'm going to say they'll
Are
be
these
put to a very mild test in that they go, Victorian, you say?
Yes,
Yeah, they
that's
definitely were
what they're
Victorians.
saying. But in the
True.
end, it's up to you to decide. What do you believe? Have we been here before? On today's show, we'll be delving into the mind of
All right, love.
singer-songwriter Jane McDonald. She shot to fame
Singer-songwriter. See, I hear singer-songwriter. I think James Taylor. I don't think Jane McDonald.
as a regular panellist on Loose Women. She's known for her down-to-earth.
As you know, Catherine, I've said this before. I've met her. She has got it. She is one of the sexiest women I've ever met in my life.
Considered
The
before.
razzle
but I've
dazzle.
always
Whoa,
been
whoa, 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 whoa! Who does that look like? People in the chat. Who does that look like? Catherine, have you got a cup you could hold there?
Oh, you cheeky bugger.
She looks like you. She looks like you. Fucking hell.
very interested in it and read an awful lot about it. So when this came up, I thought, why not? I suppose the help I would want from this regression would be to find the right man.
Oh,
To look-
Jane, come on.
Come on, Jane, you're better than that. Oh, I fucking hell. We've detected copyrighted audio and video in your streams. Yes, have I been here before? The Jane McDonald version.
I bet it's Schofield. I
You
bet it's him.
You cannot, YouTube, you cannot be pulling me up on copyright on this shit. We will wait a moment and we'll try a little bit. But that's
Or is
unbelievable.
it that this is a copy of me?
It's YouTube's confused. There are two of the same person on screen. Does not compute.
There you go. Snap.
She has got it. She's got it. I haven't met her for years, but she's
Well, it
just
looks
got
like she
this
can't give
vibe.
it away, though. This is the problem. She's
Yeah.
out there trying to find a
Yeah.
fella.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. You know. We'll just
Captain's
wait.
tables, got slim pickings.
If you're wondering what's happening, I've just got a yellow warning on my YouTube that says, heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. And if we carry on doing it, they
It'd be very
block the
naughty
stream.
indeed.
So we're just going to wait for that to go and then we'll try a bit more. But it might mean that this program could be too copyrighted, could be too copyright for us. I understand if it was a bullshit detector. Warning, you are watching utter bilge. Stop immediately or your brain cells will melt. Yeah, Boyley, what's going on there?
I've got two little two massive kittens. Absolutely sparko on the bed because it's been wet play all day today.
Oh,
They're
it's
so
been wet play.
bored.
Wet play.
They're so bored. They're both fast asleep.
Because I've had quite a bad headache and I'm so tired. I couldn't sleep this afternoon. I had a client today which went really, really well in terms of, it went well. But then I've just not been able to sleep. I've had this bloody headache. I've been trying to listen to the computer game show and failed. Then I listened to some shit on Radio 4 Extra. Radio 4 Extra, yeah. Because I love listening to their dramas from 1991. Oh,
They're very breathy. Tell you what I've noticed today, though. I don't know whether it's a COVID thing. I was watching This Morning quite a lot this morning.
yeah.
Everyone's out of breath.
Yeah.
Everyone's out of breath. It's like, I don't know whether they were just really nervous because there was like two sort of guests that came on to do things. So one came on to give tips on, I don't know, something or other. And another one came on cooking. And they just both seemed really kind of, and I thought, oh, bloody hell,
Maybe they were
is that the
auditioning to
COVID?
be. Maybe they're auditioning to be men in The Archers. Well, just
You're going to help me with this, Heifer. She's really giving me some
tractors,
trouble.
The wheels go off the tractor. You couldn't help me out, could you, Steve? And yeah, of course I can. Let's go and do that now. Okay, we'll get those pints in. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Do you know what I always found strange?
Yeah.
Now that you've got mobile recording, why are they dubbing things so it sounds outside, right? But the thing is, the quality of the voice sounds like they're inside. Why don't they just go in and record them outside?
No, they record it all in. They did it in WM, and they do it all in a studio at WM.
Yeah, and then they dub it on afterwards. But they could actually be moving about.
Well, I think they walk around in the studio. You're not saying it's easier to go out in the field and record the Archers
I think
in
it
the
would
middle of
sound wicked.
Birmingham?
I think it would sound wicked if they did that.
I used to listen to the Archers until COVID struck, and I haven't listened to it. Sometimes you need something like that. You need the great reset to.
Well, the Archers started to get quite EastEnders, didn't it?
It was bollocks. Here we go. Let's see how we get on.
For something deeper.
She wants something deeper. She wants the D.
Don't we
she
all,
wants
love?
a ghostly D. Ghostly D, starring Jane McDonald. Fuck, I would watch that programme.
Than I always look for.
Some people believe past life regression can help resolve issues in your current life.
I
I
like
love the way
his
he's going,
shirt.
some people, not me, I know it's bullshit, but I'm taking the check.
I like his shirt. I like a high collar on a shirt.
I think he's just got a low face.
That's true, actually.
Others simply find
Remember, well, maybe you don't remember. You're aware I used to go on there and review the papers and all that shit. And I had an argument with him on air about smacking children.
He loves it, does he?
Yes. It got quiet, and I wasn't asked on again after that. And, you know, who knows? But we had an argument about, I said it's never right to hit you know, to hit kids. You don't hit little people. You don't do it. You just don't do it. He said, well, actually, what if one of your kids ran into the road and you grabbed them and pulled them back? I said, yeah, that would probably be, I would talk to them about it. That would be shocking. No, you have to hit them. You have to smack them so that they know that they've done something wrong and they won't do it again. I said, well, I think
because they're frightened of you, or because they're frightened of being killed.
I think the shock of them nearly getting run over and you explaining what happened is probably enough. You don't need to hit them. Very surprised about it. Very strange man.
It's an old-fashioned view. I think some of his views are old-fashioned. But he's from Plymouth,
jokes here. Make your own jokes here, guys. Make your own jokes here.
And did a fascinating and vivid experience. So, it's now time for Jane to get started and to put herself into the hands of our regression therapist, Andrea Fowkes.
I'm ready to be regressed.
I'm ready to be regressed. Do you know a song about that, Jane? Of course I do. Of course I bloody do.
let me sing it at the top of the fucking Helter Skelter in Blackpool.
Oh my God.
Think I'm coming back.
Dave says, to be fair, I wasn't smacked and I get run over on a daily basis. Oh, in that case, I apologise.
It becomes a problem.
Andrea argues that there's a lot to be gained from accessing what she believes are past life memories.
All right, love.
Personally, I feel
It's Liz Truss! She's Liz Truss!
privileged
No,
to
too much
see
expression.
people in their past lives, because while they're learning, I'm also learning wisdom and insight from what happens to them.
For the session to begin, Andrea will need to get Jane into a deeply relaxed state. She'll use a calming voice and relaxation technique to open up Jane's subconscious mind, where she believes any past memories would be held.
He really is pushing this all on Andrea, where she believes.
She believes that. She's going to crack open Jane's third eye and see what pops out.
Even Gary.
Okay, we're going to drift back into your car.
Oh, fucking hell. We have to stop watching this. We've got another yellow heads up. I cannot believe ITV have copyright. Maybe it's because they don't want people to watch it. So unfortunately, Ladles and Jelly Spoons, we can watch no more of that horse shit. I say unfortunately. Let me put the link in the chat again. I know Alistair wanted to come in. Alistair, we are now open. We are now open
So enter.
to receive you. We would like to receive you. So anyway, COVID wise, I'm so tired and I've got a bit of a head. I feel a bit worse than I did last night.
We're going to do another test today because we're supposed to be going out going away with the family for five days. So I want to make sure that we are clear because the kids have got a very heavy cold. They've not been to school today either.
Yeah. I'm going to test on Sunday, so we know what's happening with the wireless there. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see him not. Let's going to see a man not looking at us.
Is he going to be reclining? I bet he's reclining.
I bet he's got his dick out this time. There we go. Yeah, I told you.
Oh no, he's not.
He's frozen. He's frozen. Gary? Freesford. I got him first. No, he's not faking that. That's real.
I don't think he's in his usual location.
No, he's not, is he?
No.
I think the fridge boosts his Wi-Fi.
Hi.
Oh, Gatford, I don't think we can get you.
We'll say goodbye to Gary. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore?
Oh, a mashup.
Was it? That was two different songs, wasn't it?
Yeah, so good. You started out with Goodbye to Love by the Carpenters, and then you went so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? Harold King.
So the reason I was listening to Close the Window, Come the Rain, and it will be all right. And I had the list. Literally 10 minutes before the show, I was singing that song. I thought, what the fuck is this song? And I couldn't remember the words. And the bit I remember was, once a story's told, it can't help but grow old. Googled it, found out what it was.
Yes.
And I did that thing that I do of, I racked up every single version. The Rita Coolidge, the Boz Scaggs, which is I like the Boz Scaggs. The Walker Brothers, some Japanese instrument. Leno says one of Gatford's better calls. Brutal, but fair. Because I will never. We're doing a show on December the 18th in Luton, right? And I'll send out the ticket link with the next Patreon. Okay. If you're a £15 and above, you get a digital ticket. If you're not, we're going to sell a digital ticket for £5. But we're doing a show in Luton, the last show at the Bear Club, because we may very well be the actual last show at the Bear Club because it's closing down, which is a shame. But I'm never going to do another live show ever again, except Catherine came up with an idea for a live show for me. A solo show, right, about ADHD, but I've got no idea what it would be. What I do know is if I did it, the music as the audience come in, it would try and recreate the experience of trying to get back in but can't as you booted me. You were frozen, Gary, and you weren't leaving. So the music would try to recreate the feeling of being ADHD. And one of the things I do is I either if I find a song that gets me excited, I'll listen to it 50 times on repeat. But quite often I'll get a minute in and go, oh shit, I wasn't listening. I wasn't paying attention. So I'll go back to the start.
Littlin told me a story about a kid in her class who has ADHD or is ADHD. And he got 0 on his mock sats. Why? Because he spent the whole time singing, did somebody say just eat? Sang that song on repeat, on loop the whole time.
I like this guy. Another thing I do is I find as many alternate versions as I can of songs. And that would be the walk-in music for the audience.
Should it stop sometimes halfway through and flick to the next one?
No, it wouldn't in this instance, but it would be whatever the song is of the day, but like 35 different versions of it to drive the audience fucking nuts. And that's part of my problem with doing live shows is I like annoying the audience. So
yeah,
that's why.
Sometimes they don't like that.
It will probably never happen. The hassle and the faff it's the stress really of doing a live show.
Yeah.
It's the stress is the thing. There's the Zoom link if anyone wants to come and join us. It was your internet, Gerald. It was your internet that was so poor.
Nothing personal, Gary, I promise.
Absolutely nothing personal. Oh, my head is really killing me.
Mm-hmm. Have you got a loose skull?
No, it's not. It's not happening. It's not happening. I've taken some paracetamol, and I've got my forehead, but nothing's really hitting it. Oh, I've got the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game.
I would suggest if you got a headache, maybe that kind of screen activity ain't best.
Just installing it now,
okay.
But I might play it tomorrow. But I can't stream it. I'm not allowed to stream it. It's unbongoed. It is unbongoed, but that's what you're dealing with. That's the kind of guy.
That's what happens, man.
That's the kind of guy. What do you want to do, Catherine Boyle? I feel
Well, I really wanted to find out who Jane McDonald thought she used to be, but we're never going to know now.
No, well,
and
we did. We looked at the. We did look at the stats.
Yeah, I do blame Dave for dangling that carrot and then snatching it very cruelly away. Do you want to watch something, or would that be your eyes in?
No, let's. Let's.
Can I talk to you about something? Today I was talking about a possible way forward for me, job-wise.
Yeah.
And it would involve complete internet silence.
You met up with a former colleague of ours, and I totally forgot to ask.
But in unrelated news, I was talking to someone about a potential job.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because you... All right, so that was in the evening. In the daytime, you met a friend of ours who we worked with a long time ago.
Yes.
But so, hang on, can you tell us about your evening meeting or not?
I can't tell you too much about it, but one of the appealing things about it is that it would it would mean that I would have to come off Twitter and everything. And that maybe a year, 2 years ago would have felt like a sacrifice, but I think I might be ready.
Heaven.
Maybe all I need is just a little excuse to do it.
Yeah.
Because the grafting is exhausting, isn't it?
Yeah. Very
And if I
much
didn't
so.
need to do it anymore, my God, that would be a huge weight off my shoulders.
Going on Twitter, I always feel the need that I have to go on and sell this stuff, right? And
I don't know how much good it does.
well, tonight.
But what it does is it opens me up to people who thoughtlessly, and I don't believe that anyone cares about me enough to actually really want to hurt my feelings. But all it does is open me up to tosspots having a go. I would really enjoy not having to rub shoulders with those people.
I go on and sell the show, and I sold the show tonight saying if you're a Patreon, you can sign up for Patreon. No new sign-ups. Did it yesterday, there were no new sign-ups. Did it last week, there was one new sign-up, and I must have done half a dozen tweets about Patreon. So I do wonder what good it does. I do wonder whether it draws traffic to the radio show. You know, I don't think Twitter helps. I think we've reached peak.
I think
Patreon.
everyone who wants to be here is here.
And also, I'm aware that there are people out there that I don't want to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I did a tweet about a lawyer who accused me of being a liar. Right? You know, go fish, and I just thought, oh shit. I want to share that because some other people are getting... Because we've said that someone who used to be a big part of the show accused me of being a liar around the Belfield. And I've seen at least one person, and I think a couple of others, are getting flack about it because people assume it's them, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want that. So I put that out there to try and deflect from anyone else that is getting flack. And I thought, oh, shit, that guy's going to see it. And I'm probably going to get an email. Go straight to my trash because I blocked him. Twitter is no help, really. And I've found myself in bed quite a lot this week, just looking up arseholes. Not literally, but
sit down.
but looking at the feeds of arseholes.
Yeah.
How is that helping me? You know, and that's because I'm in bed and I'm not sleeping and I'm feeling a bit tired and a bit grumpy. And,
Yeah. And
Twitter's not helpful.
As you know, like the other weekend, I tried to keep away from those sort of sites, but there are certain sites where people gather for a good old bitch and a gossip about people they don't really know. There was stuff about me, and I just thought it's also pointless. I'm not a multi-millionaire. I don't have a great deal of power.
What?
It's not like they're punching up. They feel obviously like they're punching up, but actually they're just... No, it wasn't there. I don't need it.
A place worse than that, Gary, actually. Which
I don't need it. And there are some people who I think have a pretty unhealthy relationship with what we have done. And for whatever reason, they delight in making stuff up.
Yeah.
And on a good day, that wouldn't make any difference. But actually, I shouldn't have to shrug it off. I shouldn't have to put up with it. People discuss it, some people discussing either whether they would do me or whether they wouldn't touch me with a barge pole. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's what the internet is.
And then kind of making assumptions about what's going on in my private life and stuff. To them, I'm a cartoon character. I'm a pretend person. But actually, I'm a real person who's just trying to make a living, right? And if I can, I'll be entertaining. And if you don't like it, it's not compulsory. But some people take it really personally.
Yeah.
And on a bad day, I'll find it upsetting. And I don't have enough power or money or position in this business. I don't feel like I'm in this business to be able to shrug it off some days and just think, well, why would I put up with this? So actually, complete withdrawal from any kind of publicity or public living doesn't sound like a terrible thing to me at the moment. And that's not a sad thing. It's a realization that I don't need it. And I never needed it. I used to, the only reason I ever went on Twitter was to connect with people who got what we did, and to publicize something that we were doing that I was proud of. But I don't like the way that some people use it as an open door to just have a go. And I don't have to. I would really like, I was talking to someone today, and I said, I'd really like to be, oh, whatever happened to her, rather than, oh God, she's still knocking about desperate. I'd quite like to disappear. Do you know what I mean?
Do it then.
I think at some point I will.
Will you give me your number? Will you? Come on, you're my bestie.
Of course I will, but I will always know you. You know, I don't need that to keep in touch with you. And, you know, Hollywood ain't coming knocking. So what's the point? Let's see. I do like it. There is something very addictive about Twitter. I'm not saying that I'm bigger than it or I'm above it. There's something very addictive about
it's
it.
Dopamine.
And I've interacted with some really lovely people because of it. But I think the drawbacks might undermine all that.
I know what we can. Speaking of Twitter, one of ours was retweeted by Danny Baker. Did you see that? What's that? Halls of Yore was retweeted by Danny Baker saying, "Man, this is some thread." Did you read the thread?
No, what was it?
Shall I read it?
Go on.
It goes on a bit. Who runs Halls of Yore? I've forgotten her name.
Kate Lister.
Kate Lister. We've had on the show a few
Listen
times.
to her podcast. She does Betwixt the Sheets. And also from that, I came across Hallie Rubinold, actually for the second time, because her the series that she inspired with her book is called Harlot, and that was fantastic as well.
So allow me to read this. Sit back, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the story that is fucked up. All right, let me I just got to make sure that I'm not. I did a video the other day, and I had a tab open. It wasn't a rude tab, but it was a tab that I should not have had open in a video. And I was like, oh shit! And I had to go and edit it out. Right, I want that there. Okay, so. What do I want? Hang on, zoom screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is a story from Halls of Yore. In 1922, hang on, is this the first one? Okay, in 1922, neighbours heard screams, interrupt anytime you want, Catherine, coming from a house in the affluent LA area of Lafayette Park. When the police arrived, they found Fred Österreich dead and his wife Dolly locked inside a closet. They were certain that Dolly had done it, but they had no idea how. There's Dolly. Okay? Dolly and Fred were both German immigrants. Fred had done well and owned a successful textiles company in Milwaukee. Dolly and Fred married young, 17 and 20, but alas, it was not a happy marriage. At least not for Dolly, who had numerous affairs and was not too subtle about it either. One affair that Fred found out about was with 17-year-old Otto Sandhuber, one of the repairmen he employed at his factory. Dolly was into her 30s when this began. After confronting Dolly with the evidence, Fred demanded she ended things with Otto. Dolly agreed. Otto made himself scarce. Some 5 years later, Fred and Dolly's marriage had not improved. They moved from Milwaukee to LA after Fred became certain their house was haunted. Things went missing and he was sure he could hear strange noises coming from the walls.
Oh,
you know where this is going, right?
Oh,
what Fred didn't know, what no one knew, was that Dolly had persuaded Otto to permanently live in their attic so they could continue their affair.
She must have been delivering some grade A boon.
Otto cut off all contact with the outside world and hid himself away, relying on Dolly for food, water, and clothes.
And
later reports claim she would bring Otto out to have sex with him multiple times every day.
Bloody Nora.
When Fred insisted that they move in 1918, Dolly made sure their new house had an attic and snuck Otto in there too. By 1922, Otto had been secretly living in their attic for 10 years.
Voluntarily, though.
On August the 22nd, 1922, a violent fight broke out between Dolly and Fred. Otto, fearing his lover was in danger, left his hiding place, grabbed a .25 caliber rifle and shot Fred 3 times, killing him instantly. Dolly and Otto then staged the scene to look like a botched burglary and locked Dolly in the closet with the keys on the outside. Otto returned to his hiding place and Dolly screamed until the neighbours called the police. The police were suspicious of Dolly but couldn't explain how she killed Fred if she was locked inside a closet. Dolly inherited Fred's money and bought herself a new house with an attic. Even though Dolly and Otto
Hang
were
on,
now...
why does she need an attic now? Her husband's dead, right?
Even though Dolly and Otto were now free to live openly,
He
they
liked the attic.
continued to stick to their old arrangement. Otto would later say he was Dolly's sex slave.
Wow.
During all of this, Dolly had been having other affairs and she had no intention of stopping. In
Where were
fact,
they, in the cellar?
it was her messy love life that did for her in the end. She gave one lover a watch she said had been stolen in the robbery. Another came forward after a bad breakup to say Dolly had asked him to get rid of a .25 caliber rifle after the murder. The police arrested Dolly in 1923. While in custody, she asked her lawyer and lover, Herman... I want you to play her in a film, Catherine.
Dirty Dolly.
Herman Shapiro to feed her vagabond half-brother who lived in her attic. Otto was very pleased to see another human and promptly told Shapiro all about his relationship with Dolly. Shapiro was not impressed and threw him out straight away.
Wow.
Otto legged it to Canada. When Dolly and Shapiro broke up in 1930, he finally went to the police to spill the beans. Dolly and Otto were arrested and charged with murder. On July the 1st, Otto was found guilty of manslaughter, but as the statute of limitations had expired...
He actually killed him, though. Why is it manslaughter?
The statute of limitations had expired and he had to be released. He changed his name to Walter Klein, moved to Canada where he married and lived the remainder of his life in obscurity. Dolly was
in an attic.
Dolly was also acquitted. She took up with a new lover whom she later married and died a free woman in 1961. I don't know if there is a moral to any of this, except maybe that you should always pay extra for the full loft survey when buying a new house, especially if you plan on hiding your lover in there for the next 10 years.
Bloody hell. People.
That is... That's a fine bit of ass. What a world. What a world. But yeah, Danny, I thought, there's a nice little bit of serendipity. Danny Baker retweeting Halls of View. I thought that was a lovely little thing to see.
Gosh.
Some story, right?
Yes.
Some story.
The power of a woman.
Come on, Netflix. I want to watch that.
That reminds me of the true story of Carly Simon's mum and dad.
Go on, this rings a bell.
So Carly Simon's mum and dad stayed together for quite a long time, but Carly Simon's mum's boyfriend also lived with them.
Yeah.
And they had a secret tunnel from his room to hers through the fireplace.
Can I just very quickly say, we're getting some jokes in. Well, hello, Dolly. Sex Dolly. Otto in the attic. She's attic again. My favourite so far from Andrea, Otic. And Graham says lofty
erratic.
Erratic. There we go. Yes. Please continue, Catherine. I'll interrupt if any more decent ones pop up.
Yeah. So Carly Simon's mum used to have her boyfriend shuffle down the shaft.
Come on. You're better than that. You're better than that.
And into the fireplace. Imagine. I mean, there comes a point where you go, do you know what? This is a little bit...
Jump in my car.
Can't live like this.
No. That's terrible behaviour.
Yeah.
That's a lot of faff to keep all that going, right?
That is a lot of faff, but obviously in the case of Dolly and Otto, they kind of enjoyed it because they carried on doing it when they didn't need to.
Yeah. What a world. What a
My
time.
attic's not built for a person to live up there. I've checked.
That's a weird sentence.
No, it's not though. These are the things you think about when you're, you're the only grown up in the house. But we've not got floorboards down there. So
ever lived in a house with a cellar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a
In
cellar.
Nottingham.
Cellars are fucking scary, right?
Yeah, and I lived over the cellar as well because I lived in what used to be the old front parlour. So my wardrobe was against the front door.
Jesus.
Good grief. Yeah.
Well, we've had some attic sex.
They weren't perverts. He came out from the attic.
All right, they didn't. Just to clarify,
Just kept him there.
they didn't do it in the attic. Danny Baker's now asking, does anyone get verrucas anymore? I'm not so sure they do. Very popular in the 70s. We may have won the war on verrucas.
Nah, people just don't treat them anymore.
They don't treat them. Podiatrists, as we have to call them, don't treat verrucas. I had a very interesting conversation with a podiatrist.
You said the best thing to do was just to leave it alone.
Just to leave it. Yeah, they don't do it. They said that the treatment is like 50-50. So that painful freezing, which I've had, I had about, when I was at college, I had 30 verrucas on a foot and they froze them all. Jesus, fuck me. It was so painful. But it's like 50-50 whether it works or not.
My mum was always a home remedy woman, right? And so I remember her like getting the razor out and shaving the top off my verrucas and like pulling the bits out with the those tweezers.
Yeah.
Those tweezers got used on my verruca, on the goldfish.
Oh, Jesus.
And they also kept her eyebrows nice and thin. I hope she washed them in between. She certainly got her money's worth out of them.
Jesus Christ. My brain is so befuddled. We're probably going to stop about 9 o'clock. I hope that's okay. I'm
concentration, isn't it?
My concentration. Slip away because your baby is so far away. What song's that?
Don't know.
Concentration. Slip away because your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in a fisted glove,
and the eagle
flies
with
the dove. And if you can be with the one you love, honey,
love the one you're with.
What a terrible song!
It's just an excuse, really, for being a DOG dog.
That's a terrible, terrible song. Stephen Stills.
Although Dolly would have loved that song.
Yeah. Sorry. So yes, the point I was making is this: I'm still very confused. I'm very tired with this COVID. I've got a splitting headache, so that's where I am at this precise junction in time. Alice, I don't know if Alistair's still here. Alistair, I'm putting the Zoom link in the chat. I've not seen
Join
you.
us, Alistair.
I've not seen you for a little while, but there's the Zoom link. If anybody wants to come and join us, you can come in and mime to a song if you fancy, or you can just come in and have a little chat. We will think of something else to watch. I was very surprised at how little big talent show there was online. I would have thought a few people would have
You think it'd be
videoed
bigger? You think there'd be more?
Okie dokie.
What other talent shows were there that were good?
There was the Fame Game, which was hosted by Tim Brooke Taylor.
Oh.
There was Good Evening, Dean.
Hey, Dean.
Dean is connecting to audio. Good evening, Dean.
John says my friend had that song as their first dance at their wedding. What, love the one you're with? That's hardly the spirit of a wedding, is it?
Fame Academy.
Oh, yes.
That was something, wasn't it? I enjoyed Fame Academy. It was filmed in the house next to George Michael's house. Just drive past it. Dean, what's going on?
I'll keep it short.
Go on.
Is it your Willie?
Come on.
Hey. You put me off now. My computer broke for the last 3 weeks.
Uh-oh.
So I had to use my phone as the computer, which was quite fun actually.
Okay.
It does everything the computer does.
They do. Yeah, the phones. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. And I've got news from my surgeon. He says I've passed the fitness test.
Brilliant.
I'm all fit and healthy. I'm ready for surgery. Unfortunately, he can't do it this year because he's got to arrange it with the other surgeons.
Okay, well, it's
and
late October, so there isn't much of the year left.
Yes, true, and he's got Christmas off as well.
Lazy
So
bastard.
yes.
Okay, but have you got a date locked in for it yet?
Not yet. I've got another fitness test to do. He didn't even know about that one because the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
Yeah.
But we've got that in. We've got that in the 7th of November. Then after that, they'll probably let me know nearer the time when it's going to be.
Okay.
Well, that sounds very promising.
Fingers crossed for that. I hope it gets done, and I hope it gets done soon. And that's good news.
Thank you very much. I've also missed you on Jack. I know you've got COVID, but
I got COVID, and they don't have the facility. And I did say to them, you should put this in place. It's really easy these days. Get the facility for me to do the show from home. Because I probably couldn't have done it Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I could have done it yesterday and today, definitely. There's a chance I might not be in on Monday. If I don't test negative on Sunday, Sunday's like day 7 or 8. So it's not definite that I won't. But yeah, they haven't got a system in place, which is their thing. You know, that's their problem. I've enjoyed the rest. So hopefully back Monday. I would suggest possibly Tuesday. But we will see. Yeah, I'm even though I'm tired, I would like to work. I would like to earn some money, and I would like to be a productive member of society, please. So
you don't get sick pay?
No, of course not. I'm freelance.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
oh my god!
So there's no pay.
Wow.
Yeah, but I am actually very lucky in that I've been able to see counselling clients this week. And I've had a few off anyway that weren't going to be in this week. So it's been a lighter workload than usual. But it does mean I've been able to do some work, and I've felt some sense of purpose this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you later.
Tutty buys.
Hi, Dean.
Bye.
Chowsy chow chows. Chowsy chow.
Well, things are moving along for Dean. Maybe not as fast as he'd like, but they're moving.
They are moving. I was thinking, I think maybe we had this conversation, Catherine. I don't remember. It was just over 2 years ago that I signed up for this counselling course, and you know, I now currently have 8 clients that I'm seeing, and it's working. You know, this stuff that I have learned over the last couple of years, I'm putting into practice. It's all on Zoom, and I'm probably going to stop taking Zoom because I would like to see some people face to face in here. The great thing about Zoom is anyone anywhere around the country can get in touch, and that's really helpful. But I'm missing being in the same room and the energy that is created from 2 people sitting opposite each other. The stuff on Zoom is great, and it's working really, really well. And you know, I'm being deliberately vague, but it's going really, really well. But yeah, I would like someone in the room, and I think I need to do like a little course before I actually offer it. Outdoor therapy, ecotherapy, where basically what it is, you go for a walk outside and do the counselling. You're then open to using some more creative, maybe some slightly ritualistic things out there. But I want to do that. But I should probably do. Just
What
like
do you mean, like burning letters and
burning letters? You know, you can do works. You know, the course that I did, right, was a creative course, humanistic, integrative, creative. So what that means is the humanistic is person-centered, the integrative is person-centered, gestalt, and existential, and the creative is doing stuff that isn't just talking. So you might do a little bit of 2-chair work where you get a chair and you say, right, well, imagine that's your dad there.
Yeah.
What would you say to him? Okay, now you go and sit in the chair and be your dad. What would he say back to you? So there's that. There's work with, I'm going to say the C word, right, but don't panic. Work with crystals, right? And not as in crystal healing, but you can use crystals, or it doesn't have to be crystals, it can be anything really, to go, right, okay, so this is you. this one's your mum. Where would you put your mum in relation to you? Oh, she's quite close to you, but you've put your dad over there.
Right.
So it can be like a good way of sort of visualizing relationship structures.
Right. So in a similar way to, you know, when Littlin was doing her therapy, they would play. Right.
Yes.
Show me right. This is your mum.
Yes.
Where this dinosaur's daddy? Where does he go? You know, all this kind of stuff.
Exactly. Did she have a sandbox? Did they do it in a sandbox?
She's got a whole tub of things. Yeah. So yeah.
I want to get a sandbox because sandwork is nuts. Because you can
different colours to mean different things, right?
Well, I don't know about that. But the sandbox, the sand tray work is when we did it. I watched it and I said, I'm not sure about this. This feels like witchcraft, right? Because you could talk about something for a few weeks and kind of get close. But what I was observing when we were doing the sand tray thing was people would hit the emotion straight away. Suddenly, it's not magic, and it's not, you know, crystal healing or any of that shit. It's just a way of visualizing stuff and it becoming more immediate and less abstract. Right. And you would just hit the emotion straight away. So I miss stuff like that. So in the house, I would do stuff like that when it became appropriate. But yeah, outside, going out, reading a letter out loud, you know, on a hill, you know, burning it, doing stuff with stones. This is you. Where's your mum? Where's your sister? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, stuff like that. And you can't do that on Zoom. Zoom is just Zoom. It is primarily talking, and it's great, and I'm really, really enjoying it, and we're getting some really good work done. I would like to expand, but I live in the middle of, well, a few miles from Aylesbury, but it's a bit of a trek. Yeah,
but there's loads of good walking places.
There's loads of good. It'd be up at Coombe Hill is where it would go. We're kind of, yeah. Sorry about that, Iain. I hope your mum is okay. Your mum's had a bit of a fall. I hope she is okay. So it's really interesting. I'm finding it interesting that I'm a counsellor, and actually I'm really settled into the role. You know, the first week it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? These people have actually paid to see me. But it's now I really enjoy it. I really enjoy. I sit at the computer about 15 minutes before, get everything in order, read my notes, make sure everything's all set, ready to go, get comfortable, have a coffee and some water, and then we're in. Yeah, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. And you talk about disappearing. See, I did think I wanted to I would like to disappear. I've always wanted to disappear. I've never enjoyed the being a public face kind of things. I'm less bothered about what people are saying on forums about me than you are. And that's not in any way to demean your experience. That's your experience and your feeling. I
find it really chilling, and I wonder whether it's because there is maybe more of a threat.
Okay.
When people start, maybe more of a threat when people start belittling a woman. I don't know. I just find it weird that, and it is mostly men, older men.
Yeah.
Why they would spend their time despising me so much. I find that frightening at worst. And that's why I try not to even look at it, because it's nothing to do with me, and I shouldn't take it personally, and it's really not about me. It's about whatever relationship they have with women. But I could do without it.
There is no should or shouldn't. You respond how you respond to it, and that's, you know, appropriate for you. I obviously have concern for the impact it has on you, but in terms of me, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't exist. I couldn't give a shit about it. I used to. I couldn't give a shit about it anymore. Say whatever you want about me. But obviously, as my best friend, it upsets me that you are upset by it. But yeah, the thought for me is that thing of going on and having to sell stuff on Twitter. And I do think, what is the point of me selling Patreon on Twitter? Because, you know, the last month we've had 4 new people sign up, and I've done, I don't know, 30 tweets, let's say, about Patreon. Is there any point in doing it? I would like to disappear from all of that. I've been tweeting about the radio show a bit less. I became really aware a couple of weeks ago that the morning of a show, I'll do 5, 6, 7, 8 tweets. I'm coming on at 7, and you can watch me on Twitch. Then I'll get an idea for a topic. Oh, we're talking about this, and then so I'll do 6, 7, 8 tweets.
Yeah.
And I kind of think, what's the point, really? Is anyone gonna go? Is any more than 2 people gonna go? Oh shit, I'll have some of that. I don't think it does.
Wouldn't they have to already be interested in you to see it?
Yeah, well, they'd have to be following me.
Well, although not necessarily these days, because you do tend to get, oh, your friend likes this person, and so you get their messages. That can be a little bit.
I just don't. Do you see Dick and Dom?
Yes.
What was it called? A fucking general election, or so you fucks, or something.
Yes, it was very on Dick and Domish.
Good for them. Good for them. I am trying. Here's what I'm trying to be, and it's difficult because of the counselling. I am trying to be less political on there, because I don't think that's appropriate. You twisted fucks. That was it, Kate. That's what Dick and Dom said. General election, you twisted fucks. Thank you for clarifying that.
Hashtag bogies.
It's inappropriate for me, I think, to be political on there now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying less. What do you mean I'm trying? Okay, I'm going to make the decision. I'm just not going to fucking tweet this weekend. There we go. Decision made. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? I deleted my tweets the other day, as I like to do every now and then. Find that very, very cathartic and cleansing. What you deleted your tweets for? Just like to keep my timeline clean.
Also, why are you bothered? Why is anyone else bothered?
Yeah. I mean, when I tweeted about having COVID, why did I tweet about having COVID? Was it? I guess a part of it was to get a little bit of sympathy. I suppose that was.
You were very isolated when you got COVID. You're stuck in the house. It's to feel a little bit of community, isn't it? You can.
I can always phone you. I can phone my sister. The kids are off this week. Phone the kids up. I've phoned them up a few times and they don't give a shit about me.
Kids do not do phone calls. Do you know what I discovered last week? My kids do. Well, my eldest in particular does not know how to do a phone call. So
do your kids, when you phone your kids up, do they say hello when they answer the phone? Because mine don't.
Not really. She certainly doesn't say goodbye, right? So she'll ring me up. Hi, I say hi. Can you come and pick me up, please? Yeah, okay. Whereabouts are you? And then she gives me the name of the street. Okay, I'll see. Phone's gone. There's no, okay, thanks, bye, see you in a bit. I love you. Nothing like that. There's no gradual, because I am of the generation, and so are you, where talking to my mum, I can say goodbye to her about 6 times before the actual goodbye. All right, well, I'll let you go. Yeah, okay. Are you doing anything good tonight? Right, so then you've attempted to, right, so I better let you go. All right then, yeah. So will I see you tomorrow? Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you about 7ish. I'll let you go now. All right, no problem. I love you, you know. Okay, yeah, all right.
Hang on, who are you talking to here?
My mum. My
Okay.
mum. I best go though, because you'll be wanting to have your tea. Yeah, what are you having? Are you having anything nice? Okay, well, enjoy it. It'll be, your buzzer will be going off in a minute. Oh, I've got another 10 minutes before your dad comes back. Okay, well, where's he been? All right then. Well, I better let you go though, because that buzzer's going to be going off any time. Buzzer's gone by. Whereas with my daughter, where are you? I'm on Brown Street. All right then. Gone. Gone. There's no. Okay, thanks. Bye. See you in a minute. None of that. She just tells me the information. She gets off the phone. I don't know what's better or worse.
Imagine a time. By the way, Rhythmic Paul is messaging. If you want to come on Zoom and chat, we can, or we can do it. He's life coaching me, which I always enjoy. Imagine a time when you speak to your kids when they grow up once a fortnight, once a month, and they don't talk to each other hardly ever. That's going to happen. And it's hard to imagine my boys not really talking to each other. But I talk to my sister. Well, I talk to my sister more now than we did a while ago. But we can go weeks without talking to each other. You know, the boys' mum and their uncle, you know, they're close, but they don't. They live in different countries. They don't really talk. That will happen with my boys. They won't really.
And then
talk.
I will be handed the mantle that my mum has of telling me a story very in depth about a friend of hers kid that I don't know. It's probably my sister's year and not mine. but they're doing very well for themselves. And you know them. You know them. And I'll have to, the only way to get out of the conversation is to allow the information to pass and to pretend I'm interested. I don't know them. I don't know them. And then when I actually speak to my sister about this person, I'll find out the story isn't quite true. Her daughter's had a baby and she's only 12. Can you imagine? So she's a grandma. She's your sister's age and she's a grandma. And the girl is only 12. Transpires no, the girl's 25.
Look at this.
But we've had a good conversation about how scandalised my mum is.
Now look, do you think he's frozen or is he holding that pose? Oh no.
I think he could hold that pose. He's so serene.
There he is. Hey Paul, you've just muted yourself.
Yes, I did. Sorry.
You were WhatsApping me. You've got Paul has got the VIP access to the talent, which you can have if you are an MBE or an OBE or a knight. If you're a knight, you can have direct access to the talent. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Sorry, Paul, just got you. My sister says I don't need to talk to you. I listen to your show and watch your stream, so I know way too much about you.
Oh God, Jen, great.
Yeah,
depth.
that's true. That's true. Paul,
So I've got to attend to something. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
you go and do
So
what
I'm
you
really
need to
sorry.
do. You do
Sorry.
what you need to do.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm doing tomorrow evening, Catherine?
Go on.
I'm ordering a Chinese takeaway.
Boom.
Boom shakalak.
Is it
I'm
going to be
ordering-
sweet and sour pork?
Yes, mate. Hong Kong style.
Yeah.
Hong Kong style. Plain rice. I don't like egg fried rice. Years and years ago, my sister used to go out with a boy called Wes. And one Christmas we went round there for like some food and stuff. And I was like 15 or something. And it was when I'd started drinking. So I had like a couple of cans of Tennant's, right?
Oh, classic.
But also I remember we had rice with peas in. And I puked up. And so ever since then, I cannot have rice with stuff in it.
Yeah.
Cannot have rice with stuff. It's got to be right. I can have like sweet and sour on top of it, but I can't have egg fried rice or special fried rice or any of that shit.
That kind of stuff that kind of experience will do it. My ex cannot stand the sight or the thought of pizza because his brother wants pizza on him.
Well, do you remember we went after ABBA? We went for tapas.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of an
You were
upset
enjoying
stomach
it, and then
anyway.
all of a sudden you got a flashback.
I flashed back to a terrible tapas we had once where it made me puke up, and suddenly I was back there again. And Dave, I see you. We will come to you in a second. Paul, are you settled? Are you sorted? Are you able
available?
Are you available?
I am settled, sorted, available. Yes.
Watch it. Hit me.
Apologies for earlier.
Hit me.
Well, just listening to you speak just now, we've discussed this before. It's the whole thing about your perspective on at any given moment, informing your energetic center, if you will.
Yes.
And that in turn influencing the direction of travel and that which will come to accompany you on your journey in whichever direction you're choosing to go.
Yeah.
So simple example is the glass half empty. You approach your life with the glass half empty, and therefore everything is less than. This in turn will draw stuff to you that reinforces those opinions, and rarely will you find yourself surprised by anything positive.
Okay.
As a direct result of that kind of feedback loop, which you are the instigator of and then become the recipient of.
Yeah.
And if you shift that your perspective to glass half full, things will naturally improve.
Were you paying attention at all there, Iain? What were
I
you
was
thinking
I was doing the freeze. As a good freeze face, right? Okay. Is that not what I'm doing at the moment? I'm questioning at the moment.
Yes. If I may be so bold as to say, from my perspective,
Yes, sir.
you are very, very well practiced in the arts of
Kung Fu.
that as well. But rooting yourself in that which has been, your legacy as a very famous and successful person, and dare I say it, there've been a number of
go on. Sorry, go on.
There've been a number of times when I listen to you on the radio, and you refer to, well, no, you prophesy about, you know, the length that you're going to be there in a job. And I noticed actually just a couple of weeks ago you changed, and for the first time you said, you know what, fuck it, I'm here for blah blah blah. And I thought, this is good. It's teeny, but it's good.
Do you know why I did that change? Because my mortgage went up 450 quid a month, and I thought, oh fuck, I'm stuck here. But and I thought, shit, I'm stuck here. However, it has forced a change in my attitude. It's like, okay, well, I am going to stay here, and I'm going to throw everything I can at making this the best show I can and making it as successful as I can. Instantly, I've become easier to work with the management, because I'm like, yes, I'm going to be on the back of a bus in Oxford. And I'm thrilled about that.
Well, literally, or are they going to put a picture on?
They're going to put a picture on, and I'm not allowed to say this on air, but if any of you draw a cock going in my mouth, you will win. You will win
£5.
You will win a free T-shirt. But I could, of course, never. I can't encourage vandalism on air. But you will win a free T-shirt. So yes, it's interesting you noticed that because yes, that there was a deliberate change.
Yeah, but there's more. There's so much more. I come from very, very humble background.
Yes.
I distinctly remember as a child one day being really, really hungry, opening the cupboard, and there being absolutely nothing in there to eat. Absolutely nothing. And for most of my life, money has been a huge worry. And then at the age of 26, I say most of my life, it's less than 50% now. But at the age of 26, I go off to Malaysia and I land myself a job that paid me more money than I knew what to do with.
Well, hang on. How old are you then?
50. Oh, no. Yeah, so I got my maths wrong there. Sorry.
Okay. But yes, you did. All right, continue.
But, you know, I'm on the cusp of 50%. Yeah, more money than I knew what to do with. I found ways of disposing of that money, and I enjoyed the process very much. And then all of a sudden, life came along and said, that stops now. And I've had to readjust. And from 2012 until only quite recently, been a huge struggle. And one of the things that shifted for me was a realization that I had, courtesy of the lady who I keep telling you about, who I would like you to call.
Yeah.
Her name is Robin Brindell, and she's been hugely influential and transformative in my life and the lives of many other people that I know of. And in the process of discussing all of this with her and my mindset surrounding money, she helped me to come to the understanding and realization that I've been carrying around for my entire life the burdens that my mother had to deal with. I've been carrying my mother's, if you like, crap surrounding money my whole life. I've been carrying it around as if it was my own. And once I understood that and liberated myself of that, money hasn't been a problem for me.
Okay.
And it's only been the last kind of 12-ish months that I can say that. I don't worry about money the same way. When that kind of stomach clenching thing happens, I let it go. And when I need the money, it's there.
Okay. You have been encouraging me to call this woman for quite some time, and I will at some point. I always appreciate your feedback and your input, and you've been incredibly helpful to my attitude, you know, and my thinking about stuff. You look confused by that.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge the fact that David Turner's came in with a silly grin on his face.
I didn't realise you were talking
So
about serious
I was
people.
like, whoa, this atmosphere's changed, isn't it? Let's keep it
That's my
serious.
fault.
No, I can
I'm
do
sorry.
serious. No, it's cool, Paul. I can do serious.
But you don't jump the fucking hell. You don't. So you said serious, not paedophile. You don't.
Fine line.
You don't get to jump the queue because.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, please do. David. No, not other David. First, Premier David.
Dave
Dogface.
Is that me?
Yes.
Oh, my camera's going nuts. Evening.
Hello.
Evening.
I want to congratulate Paul on his playing on the Woman King soundtrack. So I saw that film the other week. It's really
Yes,
good.
Ian.
There's a woman
yes.
king now. What has happened? What has happened to
yeah.
the woman?
Prince Charles' latest news.
All right. Oh, fair play.
No, I thought it was a good film. Don't know if anyone else has seen it. But
I'm going to check out the soundtrack. There are two
Right.
soundtracks, aren't there, Paul, that we should be looking out for at the moment? What are they? So the lady man, and what's
The
else?
Woman King,
The
which
Woman
is in
King.
the cinemas, and the other one is what's it called? The Curse of Bridge Hollow, which is on Netflix. It's been out for about a week now,
Okay.
and that's also the RSNO soundtrack. It's kiddie friendly with a sprinkling of Satanism.
Love it.
Like
Love it.
Teletubbies then.
Have they changed the look of the new? Are there new Teletubbies?
No, they
I've
look
heard about this,
exactly
I've
the
not seen
same. So the Netflix, they're bringing it back for Netflix, right?
Is it just that there are different people inside them? Is that it?
I think
Well, one
so.
of them got sacked, didn't he?
Yeah, for
Tinky
getting
Winky.
got his dick out.
Well, one died.
Oh God,
Oh,
the same one?
I think it might have been.
He's the one who used to ask women, do you want
broken
any
heart.
tubby custard, wasn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They'd already bought it back
naughty
not too
Nunu.
long ago. Do you remember when they had the little baby Teletubbies? And that was weird, right?
Yes.
That was weird enough.
So the Teletubbies would go into their like little burrow thing, and there was a crash, wasn't there?
Those
And
little
all the baby
baby-
Teletubbies were asleep or
Yeah,
dead.
it
I
was
don't know.
disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. And
Jesus,
then,
Catherine, dead baby Teletubbies. Come on,
They weren't
mate.
moving. We
Come
were assuming they
on.
were asleep.
It'd make it for a better show. This new one though, everyone's got the ump about it because it's got an American narrator who calls them what do they say? They don't they don't say
Telly guys.
Teletubbies. No, they
Telly
say something
guys.
like Teletubbies or something like that. It's really
It's the
weird, and everyone's going, "Oh no, I
Teletubbies."
can't believe it." The Teletubbies, that's it. The Teletubbies,
Teletubbies.
they call them. Yeah.
For heaven's
So
sake.
everyone lost it. It's Twitter though, isn't it? They lose it over everything.
Twitter. Let's
I
not.
said,
Good summary.
I think if you're an anonymous white middle-aged man on Twitter, you get on fine.
Doing all right. There's something with my Twitter algorithm, right? So if something's trending, I quite often I click on the trends just to see what's going on. There was one a couple of weeks ago I use as an example, and this is pretty much how it goes every time. So Super Mario World was trending, so I clicked on it. There's a picture of Mario. Scroll down. Oh, there's Luigi. Scroll down, and there's a woman getting shagged from behind wearing a Mario hat.
Very loosely within the theme, isn't it?
But
Very
then you
loosely.
scroll down, and then you scroll down, and there was a man, a gay porn actor called Mario, someone blowing, sucking another man's penis. That's my trends.
Did you say it's me, Mario?
With that stuff is different for everyone. It's based on your recent searches.
Yeah.
I'm not looking up that. Well, okay.
Tell me you're a pervert without telling me you're a
A
pervert.
Tory MP did that, didn't he? He said, "How come whenever I go on Facebook, there's these things about hot Asian girls?" And went, yeah,
It was even better than that. I believe it was a Tory MP who complained that there was adverts on the Labour website for all this smut basically until they pointed out, no, that's a Google Trends advert. It's based on recent searches.
John Gaunt, one of my favourite broadcasters, was found liking anal sex videos on Twitter, which of course is his
I
enemies.
mean, we all like that stuff. We just some of us don't press the button.
You have to be so careful scrolling through, not to accidentally hit that follow or that like, because you know.
I mean, it was a shock for everyone when you first try and zoom in on an Instagram picture by double tapping it, and then the big heart comes up, and you're like, shut your phone against the wall, try and smash it. I wanted to zoom. We've all been there.
What is going on for you, David Turners? What's happening in your world?
Nothing much, man. I just thought I'd check in, see how everyone was doing, have a little chit chat. Just getting on with things, working through things. I have got the boys on my own for 4 days now.
Yes, mate.
And I am panicking. Like, one, okay. The other one, not so okay. So it's going to be a heavy 4 days. I'm panicking. I'm panicking, Iain.
Food is always the tough bit I find, because whatever I get,
because they do keep wanting feeding. It's like 3 times a day at least.
Well, yeah, but whatever I get my boys, I don't like this. It was your favourite last week. Yeah, I don't like it. You got anything else? I've got pot noodles. Yeah, okay, fine. So they just eat pot noodles. So I buy all this food that they liked a month ago, then they don't like it, or I try something new and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And they just go for pot noodles and Doritos.
It's the only thing that I'm his dad about. It's where I go, well, that's what you're getting. Wow. You know, I'm hungry. Will you wait for lunch? Like I can't do that. Right, I put it. But what does our nut in is that Charlie, the 3-year-old, he all he wants at home is chicken nuggets and chips. I just want chicken nuggets and chips, and we only give it to him like maybe once every 2 weeks. We put everything else in front of him, right? And then when you look at his app, they've all got apps for the nurseries and stuff now. When you look at that app, and you read it, and you go, Charlie, it says here for lunch you had butternut squash, and it says that you had 2 helpings of that. Yep, and chicken curry for dinner. Yep. Why is it so different here then? Yes, that does us in.
I had the opposite. I had the opposite. My kids used to eat all kinds of things because I went through the Annabelle Carmel route of introducing all these different foods. Right, they were eating sort of the baby versions of Korean food. They were eating baby versions of paella. You know, they were eating prawns. They were doing all these things. Then they come back from school one day, they don't like rice anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's school rice, and because they serve it to them with an ice cream scoop, and they put them off school rice. And I went, well, it's not my rice though. I don't like it.
What? So if it's not the food, what are you worried about, David?
Oh, it's just the lack of sleep. The arguing is insane.
Yes.
Right.
And you take them out thinking, we'll change the scenery. No, you're just taking that show on the road. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, totally. And then also the pressure from Jo judging me as a dad, because she'll be away, she'll be checking in, and she told me this morning that she explained to Charlie that Mummy's going away for 4 days and Daddy will be looking after you. And Charlie went, oh, we're going to play so many video games. And I was like, well, yeah, just don't let on. I'm gonna Photoshop pictures of you in parks and stuff like that, and we'll say that's what's going on. But and we're gonna be playing video games all weekend. That's the one.
Have you downloaded the new Call of Duty?
I have. It's all ready to go, ready and raring to go.
But we can't play multiplayer till next week.
No, have you started it yet?
No, it's downloading while I'm doing this, so it should be
tomorrow.
So we were talking about your podcast yesterday and about how it's slightly different because this guy Capone Adam has edited it.
You talking about that yesterday?
Yeah. Very loosely, I used the comparison with Blue Jam and Chris Morris. Very loosely. I just got to the Hideo Kojima interview. It's slightly different to how your normal podcast is. It's a little bit psychedelic. It's like someone's, had a little chomp on a couple of shrooms. Yeah. What has been the feedback?
Do you know what? We've always said this. It's always been 50-50. So for every email we've got saying, we love Capone, please get him on every week, we get one saying, if he's on again, I'll never listen to the show again. Really sort of nasty emails. This time it's been like 95% positive and 5% negative. When it first came on, we had oh, here's a good one, here's a bad one, here's a good one, here's a bad one, and then the rest of it has just been all positive. But was it weird because I don't know if you've got to this bit yet, but have you got to the bits where he's just dropping your voice into the conversation?
Thanks.
Literally no reason.
That's
right. Yeah.
That's quite early on. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And it was nice having James contributing to it, despite the fact he's not there for that episode.
Just joining in with the conversation. I mean, Capone's a madman. I love him so much, but he's an absolute madman.
What else does he do?
Really cool.
If I want? Because I'm keen to kind of go down.
So he's a video game
hole.
artist.
Right.
He's a graphic artist for Ubisoft. But he does these odd podcasts. I'll try and dig him out because what he tends to do, as these creative people, like these overly creative people are, he's put out tons and tons of podcasts, but then he'll just get to a point where he just deletes everything because he doesn't want them out there anymore. But I'll see if I could dig some stuff out because there's the phone call. My favorite was sorry to take over just for a sec. There was a phone call. We did a Big Brother podcast, and the only other Big Brother podcast was from the Daily Record, the Scottish newspaper.
Oh yeah.
And we were trying to get a little bit back and forth going with them and saying, oh, we hate those people, but they never came back to us, right? They just ignored us. And then suddenly they stopped. So when we got to the end of that series of Big Brother, Capone rung up the newspaper to ask what had happened to their podcast. And one of the presenters answered. And when they found out that he was the presenter of our podcast, it was the most awkward telephone conversation you've ever got here. He recorded it and we put it out on the show, but it was really, really awkward. He starts by going, "Are you from that podcast?" And Adam goes, "Yeah. Well, I'm not really interested in talking to you, actually." And it gets worse from there. It's mad. I'll send you a link to that.
And final thing. What the fuck? Was there really a Dad's Army podcast?
Yeah. We were fighting it out with the Dad's Army podcast. And this is what's so great because so it was brilliant. We were listening to it and they were reporting on local performances of Dad's Army episodes. So local amateur dramatic groups were performing episodes of Dad's Army, in their village hall and stuff. And then Blake, my friend Blake, the actor, he got a part in the Dad's Army movie. So that podcast was then talking about him.
Wow.
And it was weird. It was all these sort of universes colliding. It was mad. But they weren't a fan of that movie, so I didn't tell him about that episode of the podcast.
It was your friend's in it, so you don't need to hear my feedback on that.
Oh, he knows, but he to get to act along. The cast is insane, right?
Yeah.
So to get to do that it was so special.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like I said, I did it. I didn't. I just spoke to him about it. But anyway, I feel like I'm taking over. Let's talk about other things.
All right. What does anyone want to talk about?
Can't, Dave? You got something? Got something for us?
No,
I know you.
I think I said earlier that there was for about a year there was a guy on TV who used to do the interpretive dance to songs, where he used to put headphones on people and he would do interpretive dance to songs and they would try and guess what the song was.
Really? And I saw you saying that in the chat. But
David Armand, he was called. And eventually went and did it in the States. So
hang on.
Fred Willard presented a show in the States. He did.
David Armand, interpretive dance.
What was he doing it on though?
It was a thing that it was like a show that
holy shit.
Q from Mock the Week, Hugh Dennis, and he famously did one of Natalie Imbruglia's Torn, and then he performed it with her on on the Secret Policeman's Ball or Raw Variety or something.
Well, here he is doing Eye of the Tiger, dancing. David Armand dances to Eye of the Tiger by Survivor to Jerry Springer.
What?
Yeah, Jerry Springer has to guess. He put headphones on. He has to guess. This is the show that is it Fred Willard did in the States?
This is the Fred Willard. All right, hang on a minute. Well, let's have a little bit of this. You should be able to see all see this. I think the sound is being shared. I need to go down here. Okay, so This is him dancing to Eye of the Tiger. I may have to mute the music.
Special part of the show called Face the Music, and to help us with
Oh.
this, please welcome our guest performer.
One of the funniest men who
David
ever lived.
Armand.
I love Fred Willard.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Oh, look at him!
Now, the way this works is that we'll play in a popular song that has a relevance to you, and David will illustrate the lyrics through mime. However, you will be wearing headphones and will have to guess the song purely from David's mime. So put on your sound-canceling headphones, and as soon as you can't hear me...
Yeah, those sound-cancelling headphones don't completely cancel out the sound. So that's a little bit of bullshit.
All right, off we go, and let's hear music. Maestro, please.
Oh, right, I get it.
Sorry?
Well, I thought when the way it was described, I thought he was just dancing. But he's acting it out, I see.
In the actions.
I could... Who is he? It's
Is he
the
just sort of-
eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up.
The thrill.
I mean, it's very good. It's very, very good.
He did this for about a year or so. You know, probably made a lot of catch
All
out
right,
of it.
let's have a look. His version of Torn is up here.
Yeah, I think the one with Natalie and Brulio doing it side by side. It's not up on there.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Is that...
All right.
Is that Hasselhoff?
It's Hasselhoff. That's good. This is weird.
The music, and to help us with this, please welcome our guest performer, David Armand. Come on out, David.
But so he did this in England first.
Yeah, it was.
And then he was flown out to the States to do this. Fuck.
Like no one else could do it.
And the other David will illustrate the lyrics through mime. However, you will be wearing headphones and will have to guess the song purely from the mime. So put on your headphones. They're sound canceling. Can you hear anything? Nothing? No. Are you ready, David?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can you hear anything? No.
No, I can't hear you.
Off we
You
go.
sure? Yeah, I'm sure.
There's no way you get that. There's no way you get that.
Oh, we got a yellow warning. Let me just turn the music down a little bit while this is... Daniel says he used to do a lot of kids' TV shows in the mid-2000s on CBBC. Oh, well, good for him.
That bit's quite funny. I can watch that a lot.
He's holding out for it here. He's gotta be... He's gotta...
Why is he constantly unzipping?
He,
Pee?
okay.
Oh,
I guess
God.
that's what he's doing. He.
That's good.
Do. Or is that the end?
And it seemed like a combination of Hitler having sex. You got it. It's not the Baywatch thing, no.
No.
Why would that be
But
Hitler having
hold on
sex?
For someone fabulous to come in.
Hero!
You're holding out for something, so it's holding out for a hero.
Oh,
great job, David Armand.
Even though he had no idea what it was.
Imagine
Great job.
that. He got flown out to America.
He thought it was sexy Nazis. That's nowhere near
Put
holding
up-
out for a hero.
He'd have been put up. He'd have got a nice apartment. He'd have been paid $10,000 a pop for doing
What
that.
a life.
comes
What a
on, does
life.
that. Yeah.
What a life. Ian,
That's
can I ask you something?
Yes,
Do you know someone called Andrew O'Connor? Have you ever heard that name before?
Now, here we go. Because, yes, he used to be a TV presenter that would present really shit daytime quiz shows. He's also a magician.
That's
and
right.
He is one of the brains behind, not Daniel Bedingfield.
Darren Brown stuff.
Darren Brown. He's one of the brains behind that. And
really?
Did he do Crosswits? Was that his show?
Crosswits might have been.
Yeah.
And I know you sent, and I thought about this the other day. You sent me the link for one of your talksovers.
That's right.
Of the Krypton Factor, and I hadn't seen that episode, but I had seen that tiny, tiny bit of Andrew O'Connor
him
and what he says. How do I play that little bit of what he says?
Let me find it for you. I'll go away for a bit and then
Go
I'll
away
find
for
it
a bit
you,
and find it, because I just want to play that tiny, tiny bit, because I know the bit.
He looks like a sort of amalgamation of Johnny Vaughan and oh god, you can see it on this.
Let me make you bigger. Hang on.
Well, yeah, he did all these sketches. There's other sketches of him on the
Because Coogan did it for a while, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve
so
Coogan.
I didn't know that, but I need to look at those now, because when I was looking for him, when I was googling for him, it was saying Steve Coogan. I was like,
I
what?
think I've met Andrew O'Connor at some point on some, crappy show that I did, and he was, as you would imagine, a very, very nice gentleman.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy.
But I know there's so in Krypton Factor, and we were talking about looking at a Krypton Factor. They would have these spot the difference films. Where you
It's so
watch a little
weird, isn't it? Everything else was really serious, but it was spot the difference.
And a little 2-minute
It's like really
scene.
odd.
You go, okay, well now watch it again and see if you can spot the differences. And in one of them, well, it's a little bit difficult to hear what he says. With
Right, I've got a time code if you can get the video up.
What is it on YouTube?
Yeah, if you search TCGS Krypton Facts on YouTube and then go to
hang on
54 minutes 25, I want to see if you hear what we hear. Basically,
Yeah, I'm deliberately not saying it. Krypton.
And also, do we say young ears should definitely go
Although
away?
young ears, listen here. Krypton Factor talks over TCGS. Right, hang on a second. Let's just get this. Let's drag this over here. Let's share this screen. Because no, I haven't seen your full thing, but I had seen this. I need to do this. I need to go full screen.
Oh, thanks for the money. Watch your adverts. Watch your adverts. Plenty of adverts on there. It's
You've
all
had
goes in the old
956
pocket.
views, mate. We'll
Do
give
you
it a
remember that? Talking to Steve Coogan, that Rob Brydon used to do a thing called Director's Commentary.
Oh yeah. That was
Where
on
he used to
ITV
talk
about
over
midnight.
old episodes of like Flambards or Upstairs Downstairs.
That was all right, wasn't it?
And he was called something like Peter DeVere or something as a director, and he used to say, often this thing's ended in a court case, and of course I left with no stain on my character. That was his sort of catchphrase. That was a really good series.
That sounds similar to. Did you know? I don't know if you ever watched it, but Adam and Joe used to talk over softcore pornography.
Yes.
Did you know that series?
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. That was my first exposure to Adam and Joe.
What's our time code for this?
No, it wasn't my first exposure to that.
What's the time code for this?
Oh, I got rid of it now. What was it? It's 54 something, I think.
And Adam used to do it as Ken Corder as well. He used to talk over episodes of The Priory.
Ken Corder, yeah. Oh my God!
About
I was thinking today. I miss that time period so much. Everything seems so simple.
Right, here we go. So listen.
We have 6 changes. Can you spot?
Okay, so it's another spot they're doing.
Right, here we go.
Okay. Turn quickly to your screens, and for their final appearance in this.
Let's try and work together on this. We can do this. Yep.
Well, we got 2 David Turners.
Yeah, sorry.
This is hell.
Well, 6 changes.
Celebrate musically
Or heaven.
The last duet.
If you so you're at home.
Yep.
The partners are away, children are away. Then there's a knock at the door, and it's you.
Oh God, not this again.
And you is horny. Would you do you?
I do. Yeah, I think I'm a good-looking lad.
So you would
Need
do
I
you?
say more?
I would.
Would I do me? No, because I'm.
It's not gay. It's not gay.
I didn't say it was.
It is a bit.
How can it be gay if it's you?
Because you'd have to be into guys.
But I'm into me.
Well, we all.
I would do me.
Yeah, but why would you need
I'll be honest with you. Ian. I think I could do better. My standards are higher than that.
Oh, mate, I don't know if you could. All right. Here we go. So here we go. We're listening
What
for...
scenario?
What does that say about Joe?
You creep into my heart and make my heart burn.
You sneak into my mind and make my head ache. There are things that...
Oh, look at the mate. It's definitely going to be part of it.
Look, it's time to face...
Is that the wolf from Gladiator?
It's Manuel, isn't it? It's so bad.
You're not the one that I want.
Hey.
I'm watching that vase because you know it's probably going to be at a different angle.
What did he say there? What did he say?
Hang on, this is it.
Like, we're cunt.
There we go, listen. Sorry, I tried. There we go.
He sounded like we're cunt.
Hang on. Oh. Hang on.
Wow. Wow.
Toodaloo.
One more. There we go. Okay.
Wow.
Right, that's probably enough of the C word for now.
You've heard the one in The Sound of Music, haven't you?
No, what's that?
Hang on, let me find it.
This is.
Oh, this is good.
Mother Superior says it.
Wow.
Of course she does.
Yes, yeah. I know the line. Yeah.
Where is it? It's the C bomb.
I know the line. What is it?
Is it Climb Every Mountain?
It's what is it?
Oh yeah, you can't face.
What
Right.
is it you can't face? Yeah.
Hang on. This is the advert. Sorry, everyone. It's the advert first.
You know, I did that to jokes to someone important at work the other week.
Do you know what, Catherine?
They
I've
said-
got it here. Play it here.
They said you can't, and I said, "There's no need to call me that." And then, and they just looked at me. I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Here we go.
Wrong crowd.
I can't help it.
You've been unhappy. I'm sorry.
Reverend Mother,
Why did they send you back to us?
they didn't send me back, Mother.
I've never seen this film. It
So
looks
good.
utter shit.
No, it's great.
It's nuns, is it?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. There are nuns, but it's not
So
all
it's
about
nuns on the run. But...
The Pope Must Die. Yes, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the cinema to see Nuns on the Run. I went
think
to the
I did,
actual
yeah.
cinema, paid money to watch Nuns on the Run.
You
All I can remember
satisfied?
from it is there's like the Pope someone is exercising and it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John work that fat until it's gone. That was the best line in the film.
Robbie Coltrane was in it.
Yep.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was frightened.
Frightened? Were they unkind to you?
Oh, no. No, I was confused. I felt...
Fancy
Never
for
felt
that.
that way before. I couldn't stay. I knew that here I'd be away from it. I'd be safe.
Maria, our abbey is not to be used as an escape. What is it you can't face?
It's so good. It's so good, isn't it?
What is it
Is
you
she
can't
laughing?
face? Can't
Oh.
face, can't face, can't face.
We didn't need that. That is good. It's good.
Oh dear.
Such a child.
That's
What
from
was
Alan
the one?
Partridge, isn't it? He's got a South African guy talking to him, and he says, "No, Alan,
You can't, Alan. You can't." Yeah. What was the one that Quentin Baptiste had say about the dog? The dog barks or something.
Bark with me. Look up.
Come on now and fuck with me.
Look up my pal Scout. Bark with me. If you
Okay.
can find that, then that's it.
Okay.
We've got that dog. I never heard that before, but
My pal Scout.
if you're happy and you know it, bark with me.
That's right. That's right. That was so good. It's proper creasing up at work.
Well, hang on. Well, I don't. No, I don't. I can't find it.
Let me see.
Well, I've got an advert for it.
Give the gift of lovable learning with My Pal Scout and Violet Smarty Paws from
My pal Scout.
Yeah.
Personalize Scout or Violet right in the package with the audio cord to give playtime a personal
See, that's the
touch.
problem. Have you ever
Add-
worked in a job where you can listen to podcasts, but it's supposed to be a serious office or whatever?
Shock.
Because the amount of times I'm sitting there with my headphones in and I have to pause it. I think everyone's had to do that. It's like, well,
Are
you
you
have to
allowed
pause it 'cause you think,
Are you allowed to wear headphones in an office?
yes, mate.
Fuck,
Yes,
no,
mate.
man.
I made sure of that. I made sure of it.
Did you say you didn't enjoy the new Partridge podcast?
I enjoyed it. I always like being in his company. I thought some of it was a little bit mediocre. There was some really funny laugh out loud
I'll
moments.
give you that.
Coronavirus 19.
Him reading out his novel was just.
There were some good bits. I thought that musical he was working on was shit. Didn't think. I thought there was a lot of mediocrity in it. Yeah,
I don't like it when he's reflecting on himself that much. I think you know a bit of that. Like is sorry.
Slap your balls.
Clap your paws. Hang on.
I like.
Here it is.
I mean, that's too good.
Deary me.
We're getting a lot of love in the chat for people who saw Nuns on the Run in the cinema. Turns out it was a big old
big
hit with men who are now late 40s, early 50s.
Have you ever walked out of the cinema before? Iain?
Yes, I have. I walked out. Me and Mackenzie walked out of the late 90s version of Godzilla.
Right.
Broderick, I think Broderick was in it. We just thought it was utter horseshit, and there was something else I walked out of. And that's rare because you know that's money that's been laid down there.
Yeah, I've never understood it. Well, I'm here now. I
Yeah,
might as well.
it's
It's all right. It's crap. Whatever. I ain't got nothing better to do in my life, have I?
I had
Just
to
sit
leave
and
Doctor
watch.
Strange because there was some hooligans in there, and I very politely said, "Guys, just cool it down a bit, please." And that worked for a bit, but then the hooliganism continued. I was running around shouting, and I went, "Right, will you shut up now?" Then it calmed down. Then it continued a bit, and Kim is very sensitive, and he got very, very upset. And so we went out and told some people. And he said, "Can we not go back in there?" I said, "We don't have to go back in there."
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to calm myself down in front of the boys. When we went to Wembley to watch England, we were on the tube on the way back, and we were like that. And there was a bloke with his girlfriend sitting down watching Harry sort of like half out of it because it was like nearly it was 10:30, standing up right in front of him. And I just kept turning around to my brother-in-law and going, it's weird if you see a kid, you don't get up and let them have your seat. That's weird, isn't it? If
No,
you
it's
do all
not.
that, and I was doing
No,
that,
it's
my
not
mate's
weird.
just going, he's going, no, stop. It is out of order, Iain.
No, it's
I
not
nearly-
out of order.
I nearly,
It is not out
nearly
of
hit him.
order for kids. No, fucking pick up your kid. Pick up your kid.
He's 8. Are you kidding me? Have you seen
No,
the
I'm
size
not.
of him? He's about the same height as me now.
So you want an adult to get out of a chair for your fucking kid? Pick him up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I am I am very much.
No.
No. It depends. If the two of them can fit in a seat and they're sat there, that's fine. That's two people in one seat. But no, kids should get up for adults.
I will
Basic
choke
manners.
you out.
Excuse me?
You are wrong. You are wrong on this one. I will fight you to the death.
Let's take a vote. So far it's 1-1. Dave, whose vote are you siding with, please?
Oh, kids stand up, adults sit down.
Thank you. Let's go to shut up, Turners. Let's go to Paul. Now, Paul, as we know, is a man of spirit, a man of the
Very
universe.
Sensible man.
I think he thinks kids should stand up, Paul.
Lovely bloke.
It's circumstantial, I think. And, you know, at 10:30 at night, you see a kid who's, you know, sleepy, falling asleep on the job. I would make an allowance.
Even
for
though
that.
his dad could pick him up and put him over his shoulder.
I just report his dad to the authorities for being out that late, frankly.
Paul, his dad could pick him up.
Yeah.
If he's nearly as tall as his
Look
dad.
at this. Look at the state of this. I'm picking nothing up.
Okay,
That
so it's
is
2-2.
marshmallow.
Catherine, you're the decider.
If anyone is falling asleep, surely you would. If you were all right, you would let them sit in your seat.
for
Surely.
Let's go to the chat. Robert says Iain is right. Roger
Of
says
course they
Iain
do.
is right. John says Iain is correct. Daniel says kids up. I'm not reading the rest of his sentence. Kids up.
Chimneys.
Kids stand for elderly or disabled. But what about
What about the pregnant?
I've seen a couple of people do that, and they're not pregnant, and it's just the worst. You just feel so sorry for the girl.
I've got the badge now, isn't it?
I have had some young girls, 13, 14, say, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to sit down?" "Excuse me, sir." And I went, "That's very kind of you. Thank you very much." And I took it.
What, you sat down, you went...
I didn't do a sex face. What is that?
It's him
He didn't
arranging
say,
himself.
then say, "Oh, I'm down to you. Want to sit down?" Yeah.
Sit down, boy.
I was offered the seat. They called me sir. Someone called me sir. I was at my kid's school. "Hello, sir." I said, "You can call me Iain. I don't remember names. I'll call you Mr. Lee." "Oh, fuck it, all right."
Was it a grown up?
It was a kid.
Oh, fair enough.
Mr. Lee.
I remember that, all
What's
right?
that? That's respect, isn't it?
That is respect. I take that. I like the respect.
I had a supermarket worker say, "Miss, I just wanted to say," and I was thinking, "Oh God, what now? I really like your jacket." I was like,
How
"Oh,
old?
thank you very much, young man."
Boy or a girl?
Young man.
How old?
Yeah. Did you check your
20.
purse?
I would say he's about
Still
20.
that?
I reckon he's about 26.
Dirty bastard. dirty bastard.
They had the wheat meeting that morning, sort of. Right, now you've got to go up and
Put a smile on an old woman's face.
commend on people with what they're wearing.
He's read too many letters to the editor in Razzle. And
Did you wear that jacket every day then for the next week and a half? Just walking out like this?
No, I didn't.
Gentlemen, I'm going to kick you out.
Thanks for having us.
Lovely to see you.
Bye, everybody.
David Turner, is there any of you lot streaming over the weekend?
I don't think so. No, we're back on Twitch on Monday night.
Okay, David.
Doing the show live.
All right. Thank you, man. Nice to
We
see
love you. Goodbye.
Love you
Goodbye.
too. Love you, Paul.
Little bit.
See you later, mate. Always lovely to chat to you. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, I've got to because you're waving the hands. I've got to remove you. Okay. You absolute prune. See you later, Paul. Thank you. What nice people we have now who are fans of the show.
I know. We
Now
finally
we got rid of some of the arseholes.
Yeah, we sorted the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, we did. Right. Okay. We're going to stop in a bit because, man alive, my head is killing me.
Yeah.
Um,
I need to put these kids to bed, although they put themselves to bed yesterday. It was delightful. You know they're ill when they want to go to bed.
Oh, Friday Night Live is on.
Yes, instead of Gogglebox. Apparently there's been a Twitter storm. 3 people have objected to Gogglebox being moved to tomorrow night instead.
Oh, I wouldn't mind. Seeing Ben Elton in a spangly jacket, which is what he's wearing, doing some stand up about the government.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I might.
Let's go then.
Well, no, we can't just go. We've got our fans are here. I'll watch it. You can watch stuff after it's been on telly now, right? You don't have to tape it.
Catch up. It's called.
Directed by your old boss. Which one, Joe? Jeff Posner, I'm guessing. There's a name I've plucked from the back of my mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I knew they were doing it. I didn't know it was now. Jeff Posner, who of course produced a lot of the early Steve Coogan stuff, the Paul and Pauline cast.
I like Paul and Pauline Calf.
Yeah, well, Joe worked on some of those.
Really?
Yeah, the Paul Calf's Video Diary, I think. Joe, is that Channel 4 is a +1? Well, I won't watch it on +1 because I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, I believe she worked on that. Very exciting time to be involved in British comedy. You know what, everyone? My head is killing me, and I'm thrilled I've managed to push through. COVID's a weird one, right?
Yeah.
Because yesterday morning I woke up and I thought, oh shit, I'm back to normal. This is great. And I had I was dancing around. I phoned you up and I was dancing. Guess who's back? I am back. And then I was shagged.
That was your bit of energy for the day.
I was wiped out. And it's so... I'm surprised I haven't coughed because I've been coughing all day. But it's so exhausting. And it's so mysterious. It doesn't really follow any... my head is killing me. I've had some paracetamol. It doesn't seem to follow any pattern.
No.
Really. It comes and goes. My ears are a bit better. They're a bit better. What are you up to this weekend? Anything?
Yeah, I'm going to the lakes.
Oh, going to the lakes, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got to drive all the way tomorrow. I'm just really tired.
Yeah.
So I've not put a time limit on when we're going to get there. And we'll just go when we go. We'll just keep it nice and chilled. It's a good thing about me driving rather than going with anybody else. I'd have to be ready for anyone else.
Will you miss me when you are away? Will you hang my picture on your wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It was not my wall though, so no, I won't. I might put it on with blue tack.
Okay, a little bit of bluey.
No.
All right, I am fading.
I think you are.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience and your indulgence during this COVID-inspired show. Maybe back on Jack on Monday or Tuesday. It depends on when I get a negative test. And yeah, tomorrow and Sunday, I ain't doing nothing.
Don't.
I ain't moving. I'll just watch the boys. I might play a little bit of the new COD. That is it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate your support. I'm sorry I've been a little bit unenthusiastic the last couple of nights. I've really enjoyed these shows, but energy is the thing. And so thank you for your support. It is appreciated. And I
really is. Thank you.
Because I'm being a bit laid back, I hope, I'm aware that I don't want to convey that we in any way take it for granted. We don't at all. The fact that you are here watching this live or watching this back or listening to the podcast means you have been supporting us. You are supporting us, and we really, really appreciate it. Hopefully next week I will be back to my natural style.
Oh God! So brace yourselves. Enjoy the piece.
Enjoy the piss. When are you back from the lakes? Am I doing a few solo missions?
Saturday, but I'm going to take my computer because
you are not fucking doing one from your holiday.
Well, I might, but I need to get the podcast out next week.
You are not doing one of these shows from your holiday. We will come up. I tell you what, who wants to co-host a show with me next week? That's what we'll do. We'll have a little competition.
Do it.
We'll call it Who's Better Than Catherine? And what it will be is, no, I'm joking, but if anyone fancies having a go at doing a show with me next week, Thursday or Friday, let me know and we'll do it. We'll do it. Let's see. That might be an interesting way of getting around it. Let's get a co-host.
And also that'll teach you, frankly.
Have a lovely, lovely holiday, Catherine Boyle. It is well deserved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. We will
Bye,
see
everyone.
you soon. Peace and love, tutty buys.
Good night.